Good morning, students. And today we are going to discuss the topic parts of speech. If you look into a car, you can see various parts like engine, clutch, accelerator, brake, tires, etc. If only all the parts of a car are assembled properly, the car can run. A sentence too has different parts like noun, adjective, pronoun, verb, adverb, etc. If only the parts of a sentence are placed rightly, the sentence will convey the meaning desired. Now, let's get into the topic. We categorize English words into 8 basic types called parts of speech. It is quite important to recognize parts of speech. This helps in understanding and analyzing sentences. It also helps us to construct good, meaningful sentences. The 8 parts of speech in English are noun, adjective, pronoun, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. Now let's see one by one. At first, we are going to see nouns. A noun can simply be defined as a word that refers to a person, animal, tree, place, object, event, substance, quality, or idea. For example, Chennai is a metropolitan city. Dr. Johnson is a professor. In the first sentence, Chennai and city refer to a place, whereas in the second sentence, Dr. Johnson and professor refer to a person. Next, we are going to look at the different kinds of nouns. First, common and proper nouns. Common nouns are used to name people, places, or things in general. It refers to the class or type of person or thing without being specific. For example, a girl, city, animal, house, etc. On the other hand, proper nouns are specific. For example, Chennai is a metropolitan city. We can have the same example. Here, Chennai refers to a specific place, whereas city may refer to, though here it refers to Chennai, the name city can refer to any city, New York City, London City, Delhi City. But Chennai is specific to a particular place. So Chennai is a proper noun. Uh, city is a common noun. Next, countable and uncountable nouns. The nouns which can be counted are called countable, which cannot be counted are uncountable. For example, I say, I bought a mobile phone yesterday. I have 3 pens. He has 2 pencils. Whereas there is no milk in the fridge. I need some water. I want to have some more sugar. So the words sugar, water, music, etc. cannot be counted. So they are called uncountable nouns. Where we will discuss the topic separately in some other class. Next, concrete and abstract nouns. Concrete nouns refer to people or things that exist physically and that at least one of the senses can detect. You can either see or you can feel by touch. But abstract nouns have no physical existence. They refer to ideas, emotions, and concepts you cannot see, touch, hear, smell, or taste. For example, love, time, fear, freedom, work, excellence, brilliance, intelligence, etc. Next, compound nouns. A compound noun is simply a combination of two or more than two nouns. For example, dish antenna. So dish is a noun, antenna is another noun. So dish antenna is a compound noun. Son-in-law, credit card, rainfall, school student, college student, etc. The last one is collective nouns. A collective noun is simply a collection of persons, objects, etc. A team, herd, flock, group, committee, bunch, etc. The next part of speech we are going to discuss is adjective. An adjective is a word that describes either a noun or pronoun. For example, it is a beautiful building. The house is very clean and neat. In the first sentence, the word beautiful describes the noun building. So, beautiful is an adjective. In the second sentence, there are two adjectives. The words clean and neat describe the noun house. It is not necessary adjective should come only before the noun. Even it can come at the end of a sentence. For example, clean and neat come at the end of the sentence. Then we are going to discuss the different kinds of adjectives. First, adjectives of quality. An adjective of quality refers to the quality of something. For example, we have an excellent team. He is a fantastic dancer. She is an extraordinary singer. So the words excellent, extraordinary, fantastic are adjectives of quality. Next, adjectives of quantity. An adjective of quantity simply tells the quantity of something. I want to have some water. I need some more sugar, etc. So some, more, no, few, or some examples for adjectives of quantity. Next, adjectives of number. Numbers used as adjectives, that's it. You have 3 chances, whereas I have only 2 chances. They have 5 chances, etc. Next one, demonstrative adjectives. A demonstrative adjective simply shows the place of the noun. This book is not mine. That book is only mine. Those books are mine. These books are yours. So here, that, this, these, those are demonstrative adjectives because they show the place of nouns. Next, distributive adjectives. We can define distributive adjectives. They are used to refer to members of a group as individuals. Each student will get a chance. Everyone must obey the rules. Every cloud has a silver lining, etc. Then interrogative adjectives. Interrogative simply question, whose pen is this? We can define interrogative adjectives, a word that modifies a noun by asking a question. Whose pen is this? Which part are you coming from? Etc. The last one, possessive adjective. A possessive adjective shows the ownership. This is not my car. This is actually your car. That is my bike. This is my book. His book, her book, their book, our book. So the words my, your, their, our, his, her, its are called possessive adjectives. The next part of speech we are going to discuss is pronoun. A pronoun can simply be defined as a word that is used in the place of a noun or a noun phrase. It is an endangered species noun. Here the word it is used in the place of white tigers. So as the word it replaces the noun white tigers, it is a pronoun. I can give you one more example. Mr. Suresh is a school teacher. He is favorite to all students. So here he replaces the noun Suresh. We use the pronoun he in the place of the noun Suresh. So he is a pronoun. Next, we are going to discuss the different kinds of pronouns. First, personal pronouns. In personal pronouns, there are 3 subdivisions. First, subjective case, adjective case, and possessive case. The pronouns which are used as subjects are called subjective pronouns. For example, I, we, you, they, he, she, it. These pronouns are used as subjects. Whereas me, us, you, them, him, her, it are used as objects. Then possessive case. This is mine, that is yours, theirs, his, hers, its. These are possessive pronouns. My is possessive adjective, mine is possessive pronoun. Next one, demonstrative pronouns. Demonstrative pronouns used to show or identify one or a number of nouns that may be far or near in distance or time. Simply they show. This is not mine. That is mine. These are yours. Those are mine, etc. Next one, interrogative pronouns. They are used to ask questions about a person or object that we don't know about. Who wrote the poem Daffodils? Who wrote the novel The Tempest? Whom do you want to meet? What's your name? Etc. Next one, relative pronoun. Relative pronouns are used to join or relate two different classes together by referring to the noun in the previous class using the pronouns, which simply they connect to two classes: who, whom, which, that, whose, etc. Next one, indefinite pronouns. Indefinite, not specific. Someone looted the house yesterday. Someone stole my pen yesterday. Somebody, nobody, something, nothing, nowhere, somewhere. These are some examples for indefinite pronouns. Next one, reflexive or intensive pronouns. To insist, these are used to insist. I say, I can do it myself. You can do it yourself. They can do it themselves. She can do it herself. So the words myself, themselves, yourself, ourselves, herself, himself, itself are emphatic, reflexive, or intensive pronouns. So here for plural, we use selves. For singular, self. For plurals, selves. The last pronoun, reciprocal pronouns, used when two or more nouns are doing or being the same to one another. For example, each other, one another. We often confuse between adjectives and pronouns. The same word can be used as adjective as well as pronoun. You see the first pair of sentences. This book is not mine. This is not mine. In the first sentence, the word this actually describes the noun book. So, in the first sentence, this is a demonstrative adjective, whereas in the second sentence, this is a demonstrative pronoun. See the next pair of sentences. That is my car. So, here my is actually a possessive adjective, whereas in the second sentence, that is that car is mine. Mine is a possessive pronoun. Mine replaces my car, whereas in the previous set, this replaces this book. So, in the second sentences, both second sentences, this and mine are pronouns. In the second set of sentences, there is one more thing, that and that car. So, in the first sentence, that is a pronoun, demonstrative pronoun. In the second sentence, that car, here in the second sentence, that is a demonstrative adjective. So don't confuse. Hope I think this is enough for today's class, and in the coming, the next class, we will discuss the remaining parts of speech from verb to interjection. Thank you.